Our topic for today is going to be student ID cards in the homeschool environment. A student or teacher ID or identification card is a personal document that verifies a student's enrollment into an educational institution, namely your homeschool. While traditionally these ID cards are associated with brick and mortar or public or private schools, homeschoolers can also benefit immensely from having their own student or teacher IDs. These IDs open doors to various discounts and benefits outside of the typical school environment. Let me share with you three practical applications that you can use these ID cards for that will save you money and give you access to things. Firstly, many stores and businesses offer students discounts. Your homeschool student ID can unlock those savings. Sometimes we get passed over from those savings because we're not in a public school setting and we don't have a public school ID card. And we think that we don't get those benefits, but we can't have them. Whether it's a bookstore, a technological store, or a local business, flashing a student ID card may get you that extra discount at the checkout. All you have to do is create one. Secondly, a student ID often is granted access or given discounts for admissions to cultural or educational institutions. Things like museums, theaters, and even some events may offer special rates for students, providing homeschoolers with the added opportunity to explore and learn beyond their home environment. Make sure you ask about these situations because if you go to a museum and you don't ask, hey, do you offer a student discount? You may very well miss out. And don't think just because you're a homeschool that you're not an educational institution, because you are. Thirdly, having a student ID can facilitate access to educational resources and services such as that are not normal. Like for instance, online platforms, software and subscription services geared towards your students might be more accessible with a valid student ID. Maybe these resources or platforms have been unavailable to you because you didn't want to become associated with maybe an umbrella school or some type of charter school or some type of other educational institution outside of your homeschool just so that you could get the ID. So you chose to chalk it up as, well, not available to us. It is available to you, and all you have to do is create your own ID. So who is authorized to create the student ID? Educators. If you're an educator, and homeschooling parents are, or you have students, and homeschools do, then you can create one for your educational institution. ID cards for both you and your students. 11 states have no regulations for homeschoolers. I live in Oklahoma, and Oklahoma is one of them. 5 states in the United States have high regulations, and even those still have their freedoms. The rest of the states, they're minimal regulations, and you can still create your own ID cards there. Check with your state constitution if you have any questions or concerns. Just go online and search for your state's constitution and article that governs education. For example, in Oklahoma, it is Article 13, Section 4 of the Oklahoma State Constitution. You might be surprised at the level of freedom that you have when you actually read the Constitution for yourself. Read it. You might be surprised. If you want to know more about the freedoms in Oklahoma, just reach out to me because I teach a whole class on it. The process of developing a student ID for your homeschool is straightforward. It involves very few steps. First, you gather some information, such as the student's name, a recent photo, and any relevant details like your homeschool name and the year that you would like to add. The information that you put on this card is totally up to you. In your homeschool environment, you are the Board of Education. The same goes with teacher IDs. Give yourself whatever title you want, such as teacher, principal, superintendent, whatever you like. Maybe the dad of the family is the principal and you're the teacher. And maybe You have a teenage student who's a custodian. Next, choose a template or design for your ID card. Now, there are plenty of online tools and templates available that make this process easy if you do a Google search. Or if you are creative and want to customize it and make it your own and own it, you can use a platform such as Canva. They have a free platform. You don't get all of the benefits, but some of it's free, and the templates are there to produce ID cards. You can customize it to fit your preferences, add and remove information that you deem fit, put on there what you like. Once the design is ready, print the ID cards. You can print them on durable material. You can use PVC paper or even laminated paper for a cost-effective option. Or if you really want to make it look like an ID card, you can send it to a print place and go to an office supply store or have it printed on a true ID card fashion. If you print it yourself, you can use a home laminator. Whatever works for you. This is your ID card for your institution, for your homeschool. Just like as if you were running your own business, you would develop your own logo. The same is true for your homeschool environment. In conclusion, a student ID for homeschoolers is not just a piece of paper, it's a key. It unlocks various opportunities and benefits. By creating your own ID cards, own it, you empower yourself and your children, students, to fully enjoy the advantages that come with being a student, even in the homeschool context. If you want to know more about how to do this, more creative ways to do this, or maybe you want to learn a little bit more about the freedoms that are available, or in my case, I chose to graduate my students from college before they even completed high school, and I can show you how to do that as well. We need to work the system and not let the system work us. Reach out to me. I'm here for you.